Well, obviously it was another hard-fought match like we knew it would be. Central Missouri is an amazing opponent. They had the upper hand for a really good stretch there to start the match off, and they have so many weapons, and we were having a tough time matching them point for point. Their defense was fantastic. I thought we made some uncharacteristic errors during that stretch as well, but I mean a lot of the credit went to them in the early going, and we just kind of hung in there. And once we were able to kind of grab a set, it felt like maybe we were able to kind of breathe a little bit, and then we started playing better and more consistently. And then as that match wears on, both teams are tired, and you can find a little more when you're ahead and you think you got a chance than maybe the team that's starting to fall behind. So great match. We appreciate everything the MIAA did to make it a championship atmosphere, and I think our girls enjoyed the experience, and we feel very fortunate to be the tournament champions.
Fourth year winning this now, is there a little bit more satisfaction this year with coming to a neutral site and still being able to win it?
I mean, there's always satisfaction. It's so hard to do. I mean, it's probably amongst at least people who follow along. I mean, most people know we weren't necessarily in favor of such a move, but that's because things were going well for us as a host when we were a 1 seed. But I don't think we felt any more compelled to try to win or felt any more satisfaction by winning here as opposed to what we would have felt at our place or any other place. But just winning in this conference, in this tournament, feels great because you know how hard it is.
Here's a question for both of you two. What's this year been like for your family? I mean, I know you all played volleyball, but I mean, I guess I'll start with you, Maddie. What's it been like? What's it felt like?
It's been, I guess, interesting. It's something that not very many people understand, and the only person who understands is my sister, who's on the team. So, I mean, that's kind of nice to have each other to lean on. But I've really enjoyed it, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience. We obviously have volleyball going a long way back, but to get to this level of volleyball and get to share that with Maddie and Anna and the whole family. I mean, the older sisters played, and there's a brother in the mix who's a Loper football grad, and so just to experience that and to have the success that we've been able to have. I'm at a point where I definitely stop and appreciate it because I know it's special, and you don't know how long it's going to keep going at this level. So to me, it's these are memories that'll last forever.
I guess for both of you, throughout the season, was it ever a goal to go undefeated?
I mean, the goal is always to win, so yeah. I mean, in a way, but we've always talked about being prepared if we were to lose, and it's not something we talk about all the time, being undefeated, and I think that's kind of what helps us is, I mean, there are times where it feels like we're playing not to lose, but for the most part, we don't really focus on it.
No, I think, for at least a good stretch of the season, I kept reminding our team that, you're not going to win all your games. It's just not a realistic goal, and so at some point we're going to lose, and we're going to have to deal with that, and we're going to be on one of these road trips. You're going to drop a game on Saturday, you got to recover, or you're going to drop one Friday and have to recover on Saturday. And, as it kind of drew on a little bit, I think, that started to ring hollow. They just started looking at me like, nah, that's not going to happen. We're going to just keep winning. And so as we got to the end, yeah, I think we had a team that said, well, why not? Why not go win them all? And so here we are in a place that I had no expectation that would ever happen, with a 0 at the end of our record, and hopefully we'll keep playing for a while.
Was there a time tonight that you felt the match changed, Maddie?
Yeah, I think we were all just pretty tired and fatigued at the very beginning, and I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be an easy match, but I don't think we expected it to be kind of like that. So I guess after the first set, at the beginning of the second set, we were kind of like, okay, we need to get out of it. We need to dig deep. I know we're all super tired, but we've got out of this stuff before, and I think we all just knew that we were going to eventually get out of it. So we just stayed positive, leaned on each other.
Did you feel like the momentum really kind of shifted after that third set?
Yeah, but we knew that they could still come back in the fourth set really strong. We tried to never get comfortable at the beginning of any set, so we just wanted to finish the game and just keep playing strong.
What was running through your mind after you dropped the first set? I think that's only the fourth time this year. Last time you did it was October 4th against UCM. So what was running through your mind after you dropped that?
You know, I didn't think we had played particularly well. I mean, Central Missouri had a whole lot to do with that. They were clicking and scoring, and they're hard to stop, and we weren't able to kind of go side out for side out with them. So yeah, I mean, there's a party that's going. I mean, is this, you know, are we just going to be out of gas tonight, and it's just not going to be our night? And you know, how many times can you play somebody? I mean, you're playing them for the third time, and so, you know, some of that stuff's going through your mind, but it also there's also things going through your mind about why is this happening? What can we change? How can we fix it? Is there anything we can do from the bench? And some of it was just us making some mental errors, but some of it, you know, we could correct from the bench, and we were able to get Sammy Mock on the floor, and it changed our rotation a little bit, especially from a blocking standpoint. I don't think we anticipated that. We kind of bring Sammy in to give us another arm. But all of a sudden our blocking matchups were a lot better, and Sammy's a good blocker, and we were able to get Julianne over on the right a little bit. And so I think that we haven't done that, we practiced it, but I think it gave us a spark, and it gave us some belief, and it was something Central hadn't seen yet either.
Likely host the regional now. What does that mean for the program? Second year in a row doing that.
I mean, anytime you can host anything, it's great. And so for us, especially with the home court environment we have, you know, it didn't help us as much as we would have liked last year, but we hope that it helps us a whole lot this year, and we get off to a good start and play well and move on to the next round. But I know the Loper fans want to see more volleyball, so we're looking forward to it.
Maddie, I know when I asked you before the season, you said it was still a sore subject last year, losing in that regional. Was that ever motivation throughout the season to kind of turn it around and play better from last year?
Sort of, but not really. I guess we don't think about it ever, so I don't know. I mean, we're just focusing on this season, and we're kind of a completely new team, so.
Coach, we've got a lot of people tuning in this week on the MIAA network to catch our volleyball action. What would you say to those, especially those involved in the NCAA selection process, about what the last couple of days has shown regarding the strength of the MIAA and the quality of volleyball that's happening in this conference?
I mean, this conference is Division I volleyball. I mean, I can say that because we've played a handful of Division I teams over the years in spring and fall and scrimmages. And we played Wyoming this year. And, you know, this is Division I volleyball. It's high level volleyball played by student athletes who are as gritty and tough and determined and disciplined as you will ever find. And you know, I think anybody that witnesses it, comes to a game, watches it, they see that, and so it's fun to be a part of. And then you mix that in with the fact that there's another conference up north doing the same thing, and we're sitting here all going to go play each other in a regional. I mean, if you're a volleyball fan, it just does not get any better than that. So it's a privilege to be a part of it. I don't love the structure of it because I think a lot of teams are going to get left out of the NCAA tournament that absolutely belong in it. And some teams are going to lose first and second round games that could win plenty of regions. So we hate that. We don't have any control over that, but just the level of play is just fantastic.